Hey guys, it's Allie, and I thought it would be a fun idea since it's Halloween to talk about some situations I've been in growing up that have terrified me. It's mostly about some of my worst fears, but let's go ahead and get into it. So, the first fear I want to talk about is this fear that I'm sure that not a lot of people have, but I do. And I have this fear of looking out the window at night. I'm fine during the day, but at night it terrifies me. But this stems from a situation I was in as a child where I was in this house in Jackson, Ohio, where I used to live, and it was in the middle of the night, and for some ungodly reason, when I was 6 or 7 years old, I looked out the window, and there was a man standing there staring at me. I am almost 20 years old, and that freaked me out so much I still cannot look out the window. I literally, up until I went up to college last year, I used to sleep with the blinds closed and a blanket over top the blinds, so I definitely couldn't see out of them because it freaked me out so much, and it just gave me this intense feeling of paranoia, like someone's constantly watching me. So I've just had to deal with it my whole life, and I still haven't conquered it. I live in the second story apartment and I still can't hardly open the blinds. I open them when I have to, but if I can help it, I do not open those blinds. So yeah, I'm still terrified. Still working through it. Work in progress. The second story stems from night terrors or things like ghosts and such. Now, I, for one, am a Christian, so I believe in heaven and hell, but I don't believe in this in-between place where ghosts resides, purgatory, whatever you want to call it. The in-between place is Earth, when you're alive. When you die, you either go to heaven or you go to hell. There is no other option. So the only spirits that I believe in are demonic spirits. However, I can't really explain this. Really, I had been told by my friend Courtney, because I went over to her house, and she had lived in this house that used to be a plantation with slaves and stuff, and there was still slave corridors in the house that I used to walk down, and her house is so freaking creepy. In the day, in the night, it doesn't matter. It's creepy as hell. So she has mentioned about ghosts and crap in her house, and normally I'm just whatever, I don't actually believe in that kind of thing. This time I was alone in the house because she had to go run an errand or something. So I was in her old bedroom, and I was just laying on a mattress on the floor, just sitting down, and then I felt a weight. Someone sat on the bed behind me, so I thought, oh wow, Courtney must have come back. But I turned around and nothing was there. So I turned back around and I still felt the weight, and I was like, oh shit. So just this, oh, I can't even word it. It just creeped me out so much. All the hair on my arms and my legs was standing up, and I was like, I gotta get the crap out of here. So I did, and I was like, I am not dealing with this, and I scarcely think I ever came back to her house. We mostly hung out at mine or one of our other friends, but her house still creeps me out, so I'm just glad she moved out because now I can go over to her house and it's fine. But oh man, that plantation house still scares the crap out of me. I'm also deathly afraid of intruders, like people breaking into your house. Now this stems from a situation when I was 10 or 12. I was living in this cedar house village. We were in the second to largest cedar house. It was on a big hill separate from everyone else's. So, but it was the middle of the night, and I was really tired, but I was thirsty, so I went to get a glass of water. And then I heard rattling on the back door. And I was like, well, that's strange. There's no one out here. There really should not be anyone out here. It's so hard to find. My dad just likes to live in the middle of nowhere. It's a thing. So, but then I looked and I saw the doorknob jiggling, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh my god, someone's trying to break into this house. I ran back upstairs, turned all the lights on in my room, and I was just like staring at the ceiling all night because I couldn't deal with it. And then eventually, like, I think my brother heard me, so he ran upstairs to see what was wrong. And apparently he had heard it too, and it freaked him out. So we kind of just stayed and talked all night because we were trying to distract ourselves because it just creeped us out. And ever since then, I just have this intense fear. Like, if I'm home alone here, I feel completely safe and fine because my building's really secure. But back home, I live out in the middle of nowhere. So there really should not be people finding our house. It's so hard to find that if you actually know where our house is, you had to have been out there before. So when I'm home alone at night there, like, I'm semi-okay during the day. I always have to have a noise or else I'm gonna get freaked out. If I'm there at night, then I'm gonna get really paranoid. One time I could have sworn I heard someone trying to break in through the front door, and I was like, oh my god. So I'm not sure if anyone actually was, but I'm like inherently a very paranoid person. So I decided I was going to go make sure that the back door, the front door, the side door, and the door inside of our new addition to the house were all secure. And so I was going out, I had a flashlight in this hand, I had pepper spray and a switchblade in this hand, and I was going around real slowly, and I was like, please, dear God, don't let anyone be out here. I was praying the hardest I've ever prayed in my life. I was like, please don't let me die today. Please don't let me die today. I just hear noise in the house. I'm just like, yep, this is it. This is how it ends. So it's also because I just watch way too much Criminal Minds. But anyway, so basically if I'm home alone and my parents are like at the campground or something, then I sleep with a switchblade and pepper spray and a flashlight, and I will stab anyone who I even perceives to be making noise towards me. So it just creeps me out. That's why people can't sneak up on me, because I will literally kill them. So I'm just a very paranoid person, and I'm scared by a lot of things, which doesn't make sense because I watch so many scary movies and shows, but yeah, it's just a thing. And something that doesn't really have a story attached to it, like, I've got a few mini stories that I could talk about, and that is my worst fear, which I would say is heights. It's something that affects me every single day. I cannot be on anything for any, like, just heights are not my thing. I go on roller coasters because I tell myself, hey, you need to conquer your fear. You need to not let fear rule your life. I regret it every single time, which is why I don't go to like any amusement parks very much. But yeah, heights are just not my thing. I remember when I was in like 7th grade, I had to sit at the top of the bleachers, and I was crying because the heights, I thought I was literally, like, it stems from a fear of falling. So I'm like just terrified to like think I'm gonna just splat. So I can't sit on top of monkey bars. That scared me as a kid. I had to be let down. I'm also scared of falling and of heights because when I was in the 1st grade, I think, I was on a jungle gym and I fell. I slipped and my 2 front teeth like sunk halfway through my tongue, and I couldn't talk. I couldn't hardly eat anything. It was a very miserable time, so that has something to do with it as well. But heights just aren't my thing. Oh, just the thought of being anywhere, ugh. Like, I don't do Ferris wheels. I don't do anything that resembles getting on something that is not already close to the ground. Just, ugh. They are not my thing. I don't like heights. I don't like anything to do with like higher ground. Like, I'm kind of shortish. I like to keep my feet close to the ground. So that's just like my worst fear. Like, I can't, that's why I've never gone on an airplane. Like, I know it's not the exact same thing, but like the fear of like looking down and just, ugh, not my thing. Not my thing. And there you have it. That was my video for all my story times. If you'd be interested in seeing this again, then definitely comment down below. Let me know. I hope you have a happy Halloween. And that is going to be it for this video today. So thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.